What is something you would refuse to buy even if you were a millionaire? A salt-based steak. What? You don't want an overpriced steak just because a random guy in the internet decided it was funny to spread some salt into it? And somehow thought he had any right to walk onto the pitch after the World Cup final. Everyone looked super uncomfortable around that sleaze bag. Why was he even there? Is he Argentinian? That should be the only reason, and even that is a long stretch. A timeshare. I heard the pitch in Vegas in order to get a free show and buffet. I told the guy up front that my wife and I were poor, but we wouldn't buy what he was selling if we won $1 million gambling. The pitch still went an hour overtime. When I asked why, he said the presentation varied in time according to level of interest. Not sure what I could have said to show less interest than that. Edit, a lot of people said we should have left when the stated time was over, but we had to wait until the end to get our vouchers. Also, my wife was dying of cancer at the time and we told them so. It was pretty obvious she was sick, but that didn't help speed things up either. She lasted less than 6 months after that. As bizarre as the experience was, during the show we finally got free tickets to. The Elvis impersonator sat on her lap and flirted with her while singing one of the songs, and it was the highlight of the trip. You got it backward. You show full enthusiasm, and then when it comes time to sign, you say never mind. You're no means they need to push harder and talk you into submission. Exactly, they are there to work the sale and do whatever they need you to get you to sign. So if you show enthusiasm and make it seem like an easy sale, then back out right at the moment of truth. You'll save yourself a lot of time and effort. Exotic animals. I love animals, and I'd only do this if they were rescues and couldn't be sent back out into the wild and needed a home. Very few people have the resources to help animals like that, so if I did, I'd help them. Exactly. Don't buy exotic animals, buy the habitat. Most animals that are endangered got there because of habitat destruction, so if you have a fuck ton of money to buy steppes or savannas or forests and leave it the fuck alone, that's one fewer landscape for businesses to fuck over in the name of profit. Think of the good someone like Bezos could do if he sold Amazon and bought the Amazon for truly altruistic purposes. Bezos, yes, of course, how have I never thought of that? Tears down Amazon rainforest, replaces it with Amazon warehouse. A trip to the Titanic. It's cheaper if you go with a company like OceanGate that doesn't offer the return trip. It's a one-way deal. Half off of everything. Reviewers said it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Not a single person on board ever made a public complaint about the service. Definitely not a real green dress, that's cruel. I'd take a limousine to the store because it cost more. Used limos are actually really cheap. You can get a used Lincoln limo that runs good for like $2,500. So a couple buddies of mine buy one each. We have picked up groceries, dropped kids off for football, and gone out to karaoke. Every looks impressed until they see two chubby, bearded dudes climb out. LOL, that's so great! Any MLM product. Isn't Tupperware a MLM? Yes, but their products are primarily sold at Target, Amazon, etc., so they seem to be abandoning the MLM model. Also, at least the ones my mom bought in the 80s are in excellent condition, much better than any other brand. My mom held Tupperware parties, but just did it to buy the Tupperware on the cheap. When my parents were both gone, the Tupperware was still very usable after 40 years. Designer brands. I don't care if I have $10 million, I refuse to spend $500 on a t-shirt. Yes. I've occasionally strolled through high-end shops and the prices for totally normal things like jeans or shoes or shirts were crazy. Like $350 for a single button-up shirt. What? I call that getting swindled and pimped. Should I call that getting tricked by a business? That shirt's hella dough, and having the same one as 6 others are in the club? That's a hella don't. Trip to North Korea. I would love to go to NK provided I wasn't helping fund the government and that I knew with 100% certainty I would leave normally at the expected time without being accused to taking a poster. Unfortunately, neither of these is currently true and looks like it will continue to be that way for a long time. My sticking point is the mandatory obedience ritual where you have to buy flowers to leave at the memorial to Kim Suck Dick, Stalin's catamite, and Kim Sick Fuck, Kim Suck Dick's depraved offspring. Heated seat subscription. Just put a heated seat in the car. Who TF needs a subscription? I have heated and air-conditioned seats in my old Buick and I wouldn't trade them for anything. Most auto manufacturers are working on subscription methods for optional equipment in vehicles. Like Tesla and other electric vehicle manufacturers. It's one of the most ridiculous things I could think of for them to do. I will never own a vehicle that needs a subscription to function, especially with how much new vehicles cost these days. Imagine the increase in waste. It allows them to make every car exactly the same, which allows them to make cars faster and cheaper. So that alone is just more junky cars on the road. But then when the car is also obsolete in 4 minutes, it's a bunch of extra parts in the landfill. Or just to make those extra sensors and boards and whatnot, it's more raw materials being mined, or cancer-causing materials being created. And around it all is this made-up veil that keeps you from fixing it yourself. It's a dystopian shitscape I don't want part of. Any product that the Kardashians are associated with. Or Gwyneth Paltrow products. I like how tone-deaf she can be. I mean, you usually get what she's going for, get rid of shitty stereotypes about the female body, it's not something to be ashamed of, so, pussy candles. LOL. So fucking weird. She sells frequency stickers. So basically she says that somehow they put healthy frequencies inside these regular stickers through some proprietary technology that no one knows WTF it is, and sticking them to your body causes to transfer those frequencies to you. You can't make this shit up. Charities at cash registers. Would you like to round up to the next dollar for our tax avoidance scheme? No thanks, I donate enough to what I prefer to donate to already. While I agree it's annoying, it doesn't provide tax avoidance for the company doing it. It's mostly a PR gimmick so they can advertise that they provided this charity with $X without giving money themselves. This is the right answer. Oh look, Walmart donated $X to Riley's. Actually they squeezed it out of their employees and now self-checkouts. A subscription to the heated seats in my car. That's a thing? In some places, yes. Look into it. When I found out I was like, damn, are you gonna need a subscription for the AC next or the brakes? I'm sorry, you're 3 days late on your brake subscription. I hope you can slow to a stop on friction alone. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.